Ken.
Yeah, buddy.
Ken, did you see it?
Yeah.
Right before we went live, Dino Bridge-Gadd turned around and cleared his throat. He didn't do it into the mic. He's doing it.
He's a pro, and he's real.
He's real. He's here.
Daniel Bridge-Gadd is here.
Holy cow! Welcome to the show, man.
The lighting works. I was always worried the lighting was going to make my forehead look super shiny. But
No,
it's good.
it's only
Just
like
bald
we
guys.
do.
Yeah.
We have not seen you in person since 2019.
Yeah,
Wow.
I know. I was shocked. I can't believe I weaseled my way into a show with you guys. I did not belong.
That was the Seattle show, right? It wasn't. Seattle was after Arizona.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Last time was Seattle. There.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was that was the Seattle show where then I found the world's greatest pizza place.
Yeah.
In Seattle?
In
Where?
Seattle.
He doesn't remember. He was so
It's
hammered
near a
drunk.
bar that's an arcade.
Yeah.
Like a bar.
That's where we were. And that's where we went. Where's Josh?
Yeah.
And then come stumbling down the sidewalk.
The funniest part about it was they had like all these slices. It was a slice place, but you could buy pies.
You know,
and I was
slice
like,
pie.
give me 2 slices of everything in there. And the woman's like, that'll be $112. I was like, what?
It's Seattle. Yeah. What did you expect?
Whoa.
He didn't
I mean,
know. He didn't
LA's
know.
expensive. Seattle
know.
got me on that one. They got me on that one.
Look at this guy.
Welcome.
Look at this guy.
I know. The
this
tallest
is-
person we've had at the
Yeah,
table.
Yeah, no, for sure. No, but I told you, look, across the board, we're about the same size because I got boy torso and you guys all have.
Boy torso.
Josh and I have old man lumberjack barrel chest.
Barrel. I saw the video yesterday of me telling people that there's only 3 type of walkers out there.
Yeah,
Like, you know, you either walk on your heels, you walk on your toes, or you walk with your hands or your feet out. Right.
I completely agree with that.
Yes. I mean, there are the pigeon toe, but they like you
Well,
can
I
fix
count
that.
those as variations.
Variations.
Yeah, but there's only 3.
3 types
and
of
2 of
walkers.
them are acceptable.
Correct.
If you walk on what, you're a bad person.
The toes.
Yes.
The
Yes.
toes. Really? Is that scientific fact?
Yeah.
Yes,
it's
no,
Like most
my-
serial killers?
Yeah.
Yes, my head coach in high school walked on his toes as a grown man. You look like a child.
Yes. It's a tough look.
You look
Yeah.
7 years old.
To all you toe walkers out there, welcome to the Positivity Report.
Hey.
It's a Tuesday, or it's a Tuesday. It's a Friday. It's Aloha Friday. I made Daniel Bridge-Gadd put on a Hawaiian shirt. I've tried too many times to get Ken to put on a Hawaiian shirt. He will not do it.
No. I'll do it. You get me. We get like a Miami Dolphin one or a GPA one, a Star Wars one. I'll do it.
Okay. Well, there's definitely versions of all of those.
No,
I
I,
know.
like
Out
this
there.
one. When I put this one on, it smelled like meatballs and baby formula, but I love it.
It's an Italian Macuga.
It's an Italian Macuga.
I love poor DBG drives all the way out here from Arizona, and the first thing we do, we're like, can you dress like us white broadcasters? Can you put on a Hawaiian shirt?
I came in pants sagged and Air Forces, and they were like, okay, here's the thing, though. Throw this.
Yep. I like that you do have a snort in your laugh. That is hilarious. I
No,
like
it's
that.
not good. It's not. It needs to go
It's
away, but
adorable.
it is. I have
It's
breathing
adorable.
problems.
Yeah.
I'm Jewish. We want.
You know what's so funny is that David Griffin, who also comes on this show every now and then, we used to host TV Talk together, a black gentleman, has the funniest laugh of all time. And his has a snort in it, but it's more like...
Oh, yeah.
the
It's
squirt
amazing.
bottle.
Yeah,
Oh, dude,
yeah.
black people laughs are hilarious. You have the squirt bottle. You ever heard where it's like just ha hey, could you put a break in that?
Can we have DBG versus Griffin, David Griffin, on Josh Brady?
Yes.
In the Battle of the Laughs?
Yeah. It's like every question is... Yeah, got it. Nailed it. Thank you all for tuning in on a Friday. We're here every single weekday, 9 a.m. Pacific. If you've never tuned in before, I'm Josh Macuga. I'm your usual host in here. We're very excited to have Daniel Bridge-Gadd in here because he's been on shows before, but he's never been here in person. He's got a show tomorrow night at the Federal Bar, so if you're in Los Angeles, you can go check that out.
8 o'clock.
The GPA.fun is our website. If you want to join the Bucket Club, we had a big meeting on Tuesday about some new content coming out. We've got a lot of things in the works. We're very, very excited about a ton of different announcements. Also, if you want to streamlabs.com/goodpeoplegpa or Super Chats, a portion of all proceeds go to a charity. Today will be the last day where we're going to donate money to the Central Coast Film Society, something that's very near and dear to Ken's heart.
Yeah.
On Monday starts Dog Month. For the next 4 weeks, we will be doing dog charities. We've got the Pasadena Humane Society.
Dog Month. Dog Month.
I got it at the end there.
You nailed it.
Good job.
Found it.
Good job.
It's 2 weeks of the Pasadena Humane Society. They're going to be bringing in puppies on a main show, I believe, Wednesday, May 19th.
Yeah.
And then the 2 weeks after that, we'll be doing the Battle Buddy Foundation, a charity that's very near and dear to my heart. We're going to be shooting some stuff at their golf outing. They can't do a golf outing because of COVID restrictions, but they can do a drive, chip, and putt contest, which I will most definitely lose because I can't really drive it that far. Not really great at chipping, but I can roll it like you wouldn't believe.
Oh, you can.
So yeah, super chats, all that kind of fun stuff. Coming into the show in about 10 minutes, he doesn't know you're here. You didn't tell him, right?
I didn't tell him.
You didn't tell him, right?
I don't think I told him.
Mark Ellis is coming in. He's our usual Friday guest. He's coming straight from a workout as per usual.
Dude's getting swole.
Swole.
I know Mark is low key proud of his shoulders, and he should be.
Yes.
He's got some front development coming in that's just top notch.
I mean,
hot
there's
traps.
a Wake Forest tattoo on one of them, so it's like you can't be too proud.
Yeah, you kind of got to get big. If you're going to put a tattoo on the shoulder, you got to have some definition to go with it. That was always too much pressure for me.
That's true. Ikaika, how many shoulder tats do you have?
0.
See?
Okay. Good call.
I want some though.
Hey, what is your background there, big guy?
Oh, yeah, what do we got? What's the hot
It's
stuff
like
back
a
there?
wasteland.
I left it. It's still the ghost background.
Oh, yeah. Some good old sexy comic action there,
Wishy
right?
Wednesday.
She's
Wishy
kinda
Wednesday.
caked up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Change it to something aloha.
Like a luau.
Yeah, what about a luau?
There's got to be a picture of your dad, K.O. Shively, usually in chat. I think he is here, at a luau.
Or a scene from the movie 50 First Dates. That was shot in Hawaii.
That movie's good.
It's real good. Underrated, very good. Uh-oh. Here comes the critic. Here comes Aloha Friday. Here
What?
comes Ikaika Shively. He doesn't
Oh.
like that movie. What, did they
Okay.
portray Hawaii wrong?
I don't like it.
Why? Because
Why?
the white guys?
Yeah, he
It's
goes,
not that
it's about
great.
white people in Hawaii. I don't like it them.
Yeah, go on. I would like to know. I
I
don't
think
want
that's a fair point. I think that's a fair
He
point.
goes, we couldn't have got a movie. You're shooting it at our homeland.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, we're the cooks in the movie.
Yeah, all right, that checks out.
That
All
checks
right,
out.
that checks out.
Yeah, I was
Didn't
just
see that.
kidding, but no, forgetting ceremony. Yeah, nope.
Uh-huh.
Yep, that's
More
true.
white people.
Waiters,
No, I
waiters.
like that movie though.
Oh,
You
he
like-
likes
yeah,
that movie.
I do like
Okay.
that one too.
All right.
Yeah.
See, here's the thing, and Sinead DeFries brought it up to me yesterday. Sinead was awesome. The show, there it is.
There you go.
All right, there's some aloha.
Yeah, how many
Not a Hawaiian in the
natives
shot.
in the shot?
Not one.
Not one.
This is what Josh Macuga looked like at every wedding before he actually got married. Just like in the back, probably intoxicated, wearing something floral, just like.
Did you know that movie lines up with Get Him to the Greek?
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
I didn't know.
a sequel or a prequel. No, that's a
I didn't
prequel to Get Him to the Greek. That's
Correct.
that's the correct way to look at it.
Is that what it? It's a,
No, it's a sequel, but I mean, if you're a big Get Him to the Greek fan, you're like, oh, you mean the prequel, Forgetting Sarah Marshall?
Yeah. Yeah.
Never mind. I forget I said anything about anything.
Welcome to the show, DVG.
TVG, for a while, we were professional movie talkers.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We were the best.
And
Yeah.
by professional, I'd like to put air quotes around that because I was fired from 3 different movie talk shows.
Yeah, I
And by
mean-
fired, I mean just moved off the desk and into like more of a cameo role.
Yeah.
It's like, what do we think of Macuga? And I'm
Same.
like, that's pretty good.
Same.
All right, let's go back to the main desk.
Same.
That's
Yeah.
how I felt when I got asked to leave my first school I was at. They're like, so, like, we can't tell you to leave, but the amount of reps you're going to get is the same as your grandma. So it's, all right, well,
All right. Yeah, that's about right.
yeah, let me start looking at landing spots.
Yeah. It's, I will tell you what, riding the bench in a sport is awesome.
Oh, it's the best.
It's
When you know,
fantastic.
once you lose all hope of playing.
Yeah.
It's like there was a point when I got to Washington where I was like, I'm going to be the guy and go to the NFL. And then quickly I was like, third string's not that bad.
Right.
Just hold the clipboard.
It's awesome.
My 7th grade baseball team, I was the bullpen catcher, already like the retired kid at 12.
Yeah.
Correct.
I'll warm you up.
Hang. Oh, yeah. What you need? You need me to warm you up?
I'll warm
Stretch
you
out?
up. Coach, you need me to get you gum? I'll go to the gum stand.
Didn't even put your cleats on, though, because there was no chance you were actually playing.
Okay, so Eddie Haskell pops in the chat real quick, and
Yeah.
we did push it public. Josh Brady today is going to be at 2 p.m. Pacific. I will change that in there. Ken, you want to change that just real quick,
We'll change
if
that.
you don't mind?
2
I
p.m.,
I
huh?
could do it.
I'll do it.
Okay.
I'll do it right now.
Ken is a master of the computer. This is what we figured
I'm not
out.
a master of the computer.
Look at that.
Oh,
what
what's
is that?
going on over there?
Plate lunches.
That's Hawaiian stuff, though, right? Like
Oh,
that's
yeah,
what do you call the middle plate, right?
That is short ribs.
Nice.
What's the thing I'm thinking of?
Kaika's-
No, I'm thinking of a certain. Damn, I'm gonna lose it now. Never mind. I went to Hawaii twice. Now I sound like a tourist. My bad.
Haskell 420. So if it's the earlier time, please fix it. All right, Ed.
All right, Eddie.
Jesus,
Eddie,
man.
go get some appetizers at that
Holy
restaurant we all
cow.
love. We're fixing it now, Eddie.
He's waiting in that chat already. So
Yeah.
Eddie Harrell's.
LQ says DB needs to get closer to the mic. How about we just turn up his mic volume just a touch?
Well, then we
Said
got
that? Eddie, good looking out.
What?
Eddie.
No, that's LQ.
LQ's not wrong, but anyway, anything else out there? Let us know.
Hey
let
guys,
us know.
we're here to
Let
take
us know.
critiques.
Let us
You
know.
want to call me fat? Go ahead.
Wait,
It's fine.
we kind of deserve it after Wednesday's show. We were all a little agitated and grumpy.
A little bit.
We had a bad day around the office. DBG came on. We won't even repeat it because we deleted it from the universe.
Yeah.
If you were there live, it's a one-time deal. But we're a lot more positive.
We're way more. Here's the thing. Sometimes by the afternoon, you get a little less. First thing in the morning, I'm the most positive person. I wake up, I got this beautiful little daughter. She was smiling all morning. I was playing. She loves yacht rock now. Obviously, I've changed. I turned my daughter into a yacht rock fan, and she loves Toto Africa. Okay.
Yeah.
Now I understand that song written by white people isn't like the greatest representation of Africa. I saw.
There's a theme today.
Okay. Here's the thing. Like I said, yesterday I'm walking out to the car and Sinead and I were talking about things, and we were talking about schools and kids because she's got a little son, and we were talking about sending our kids to schools where the people are less ignorant. Because I grew up in a very like whitewashed community where everybody was ignorant. Okay. Not everybody, but a lot of things were said about other cultures that were ignorant. Okay.
Yeah.
And I wasn't
Wrong.
racist.
And,
I just didn't know better.
That was like a Remember the Titans way of explaining racism. Somehow they made a whole movie about the
correct.
60s with no N-words. All right, cool, whatever.
Yeah. Remember the Titans. So I wanted to I want to raise my kids where, multicultural, everybody, we're accepting of other cultures, all that kind of stuff, right? And so she's like, it wasn't that I was racist, it was that I was ignorant. And I was like, yeah, that sounds like real familiar, okay? Because people were saying things, I'm like, wait a second. Is that bad?
Yeah.
Because everybody's like, oh, you know what movie sucks? Green Book. I'm like, really? I like Green Book. And like, it's a really bad representation of how like you learn to like black people. You don't have to learn to like. I was like, oh, that makes sense. I'm an idiot.
It's I was watching a Twitter thread the other day of says someone like Sir Edmund Hillary climbs Everest for the first time.
Yeah.
Along with the native guide that he asked, do you know the way there?
Yeah, correct. It wasn't just like on his own.
Like when you break it down like that,
Yeah.
I intend to climb that mountain the first ever. Does anyone here know the way that could show me? You, sir, Tenzing Norging. Let's go.
We'll give you a executive producer credit or something.
Yeah, we'll give you any created by,
Yeah.
story by.
Based on a true story, but I directed it. So
It was like all of a sudden one day the PGA just came in and was like, hey, we're no longer using the caddies at Augusta National. The players can bring in their own. And all the caddies were like, wait, what? That was our whole year in one weekend.
we had a sweet gig going on. You can't just bring in this schmuck.
Yeah, because everybody would go to Augusta National and be like, so how do we play this course? Hire a local man. And then you're like, oh, by the way, thanks for all your tips and trades. Take a hike there.
Yeah.
Like, what? So, yes.
There you go. Well, we've covered a lot today already. So anyways, we apologize for
Here we go.
Wednesday.
Spirit Channel's Macuga. I'm here in Pittsburgh and sounds like you're describing the burbs. Yeah, because that's where I grew up, in the suburbs. A bunch of dum-dums. Sometimes.
Bergs.
And apparently, Ikaika's ready to throw the paddle. Can you see it? Did you see it? Wait till he
ready to
throws the
throw the
paddle.
What's that?
Go ahead. What do you got, Ikaika?
No, next topic.
Oh. Wow. Ikaika's running the show here.
I love it.
Is that what the paddle is? It's the paddle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's like, hey, when it's dead, cut it.
Got it.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't know. Ikaika apparently is the producer of the show now.
I like that.
So.
I love it.
I wasn't trying to cut you off. I was trying to let you know, like I have something to say, and then you stopped. So now the
Oh,
show's dead.
that's what the paddle is. I thought there was gonna be a ball or
Well, do
something.
you got something to say? Go ahead.
I was gonna say, can we talk about Costco?
Oh, you want to talk about
Costco.
Costco? Okay. Here we go.
Here we go.
Well, that's
Speaking of the burbs,
Here we go.
That's,
Yesterday. It's a
sorry,
tough
hold on.
transition.
Yeah, no, this is a big. Sorry, because we all got to say about Costco. You go first though.
All right.
I've never seen Daniel more excited. We talked about this off air. Daniel's just like, Costco thoughts.
No, because that's like that's the working class person's like mecca. You go there and you can get literally it's everything you want and then some.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
88 score baseball cards, a pair of Tuffy jeans,
Yeah. And
Diamond
Fila's.
earrings.
diamond earrings.
I haven't seen Fila shoes in I don't know how long. They're on sale at Costco, guys. You can still get Fila wear.
So what? So Josh, you
Okay.
got a card. You got
Well,
you're
yeah.
a member.
So where we moved to is really close to a Costco. Okay. And so when we're the other grocery stores like a Trader Joe's or Ralph's are much farther away. Okay. So Amanda's like, I think we should start going to Costco. It's like, well, I've never been to a Costco. I mean, I've walked into one to buy beer for a bachelor party, but it's not really a Costco trip. Okay. And so we walk in, and Ikaika shyly did warn me when you first walk in, there's a lot of TVs, which I was mesmerized by. I was just totally floored by not only the prices, but the fact that I definitely got hosed at Best Buy. Okay. Because I could have bought like a 97-inch TV for $50, and I'm like, this is the number one TV on the market. I'm like, I will take anybody's advice from in an expert situation. Yeah. So then we start walking around the store, and they have everything that you could imagine, but just bigger.
Yeah.
Okay.
Super size.
It's unbelievable.
Wholesale. It's fire. Also, have you had their pumpkin pie?
No, I don't think so.
It's the size of a tire, and it's better than anything that my grandma's ever attempted to make in her life. It's fire.
You're a poor grandma. Yeah. But I will say,
she couldn't cook anymore.
Store-bought pumpkin pie and regular pumpkin pie does sort of eventually just taste the same. I think you're just taking a mix and making it as opposed to it being pre-made.
R.I.P. Granny. Yeah, for sure.
So, so we start walking around Costco, and we wanted to do like a little test. I wanted to make sure that this is what I wanted, right? Like you got to get a membership card, you got to do all this stuff, yada yada yada. So I was impressed. Right,
they have everything. From buying stuff to if you just want to go in there and eat, you can get like a Polish. I can never say this Polish sausage. God,
it's a lot
That's
of
a tough
S's.
one.
That's a
Polish
lot
sausage.
of S's. Mm-hmm. You can get that in a drink for like $1.50. Well, out here probably $2.50, but it's not
inflation.
They don't have. I was perturbed, bro.
Yeah.
I went to McDonald's because I'm staying in Koreatown and like a tourist. Also, I went to McDonald's.
Yeah,
and
you got to get Korean barbecue. It's so good, man.
Yeah, no, I
so
like
good.
it, but literally, there's no like when I was living in the University District in Seattle, like there's a strong Asian culture there, but like they would have like the American name, and then under it they would have like their whatever native language they spoke. Koreatown, there's no it's no English anywhere. I'm like, I don't even know like. That could be a massage place. That could be a knit. Like
it could be all of it.
Some of it was like, I don't know if this is food or not. And then I was just like, where's the McDonald's at? It was across the street.
I get that. That's what happened when I was in Spain. I just had enough of paella, so I had a McDonald's.
Yeah,
and
there you go.
And they had a 3 for $3.50, and it should be a 3 for $3. I don't know if you know this. And they had
we don't know in LA.
And they had just a sticker over the 00 that said 50. I was like, not only is this ghetto and it's expensive, like what is happening?
Yeah.
But you made it. Some people in chat were wondering how long did it take you to get here because we were scaring you on Wednesday.
Yeah.
7 hours and some change, and it shouldn't have taken that long.
No. From
Koreatown 7 hours from Arizona, and then
to get from Koreatown to here?
Yeah,
25 minutes.
Oh, okay, that's great. We said budget an hour.
Yeah.
I texted Daniel this morning. I said, "Man, I've been so bad. I forgot to confirm everything, and I know Josh was too. But it was, and he texts back, and goes, "Man, football man is 15 minutes early out front eating muffins."
Yeah.
I was like, "God bless you, Daniel Bridge-Gadd."
Yeah, I roll in with 20 minutes to showtime. Yeah, I roll in 20 minutes to showtime usually. What do you got, Ikaika?
What is the route you took in Costco?
Okay,
The route?
the route in Costco.
Like, do you go up the right side of all the fun stuff, then you go in the middle, and then you go left on the food?
Oh, because this has a lot about your character. That's a good question.
It's a fair question.
Well, as a first timer, okay, it seemed like a lot of people were congregating around the food area, so we kind of went there first. We did go through like Amanda bought a bunch of like Spindrift sodas, okay, because she likes those. They go well in margaritas. And then we went into like the fresh produce, and then those fridge sections that are like giant warehouse fridges that are the coldest place on the planet, with like the racks of eggs that.
Great.
I mean, that is awesome.
That's where dreams are made.
Oh my God.
Racks
the amount of
eggs.
milk you can buy in one thing? I mean, we don't even drink that much milk, but I was impressed.
You can get 2 gallons at a time in a box.
Unbelievable.
In high school, my friend Dad, I went to his house and I walked with him down the hall and I go, "Oh, you guys got a dog?" There's a 2-pound bag of dog food. He goes, "Nah, my dad saw it at Costco and just got it."
Yeah, and I had to carry that in. That was like my dad would always man test me whenever like we would go. That was a big deal. The first time I could carry a 55-pound dog bag into the house was fire. Dog food bag. Damn, I get a dog.
So Ikaika, so we're walking around. We got a super check coming. We'll get to it, Scott. We appreciate it. I walk through. We buy the eggs. Then here's the thing, because I don't know it yet. I started double backing. Once you start double backing, it's tough because you're seeing things. Then you're getting in traffic jams. But I will say the thing that I'm most impressed with, I think you guys already know where I'm going on this one. The price of booze at the size that they give you is absolutely insane.
They just give it away.
It is, yeah. Ikaika's right.
That's so much better. Maui in the back.
Got the rock in the back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like a garbage truck of Kirkland's rum.
Oh my God.
$12.
We did Ken. A bottle of Bullet bourbon the size of our bar is like $32.50.
Just can you get it out? It's yours.
A rack. Okay, so I like to eat yogurt. Okay, the Chobani yogurt comes in like a 20 rack for $10.
Yeah.
Bonkers. Then the size of the chips, the Cheez-Its, the cereals. I can't fit it in the car.
This is.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Did the movie Employee of the Month help push that like wholesale style at all? Was there like was it big?
No,
before that
because
movie?
this was big in the 80s. My hometown is Santa
Santa
Maria.
Maria.
They put into Costco, and in fact, in Sideways, they mentioned the Costco in Santa Maria going in as a plot, like it's like a thing. So in our town, it was like there's a Costco in the 80s. That's where I get my 88 box of 88 score baseball cards.
Oh.
I gotta stop being so young and stupid. I just I just think that everything showed up when I got here. I'm like, the world must have sucked before my generation blessed
The
it.
Costco, McDonald's, sex with the lights on, like all of it just like popped on.
Yeah. Once you hit 30, you start everything just like, turn the lights off.
No. But it's also it's regional. Like Josh didn't experience it. I haven't been in a Costco in 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It's
when it finds you.
And I went last week, so it's a good.
There you go.
And I will say, like, each aisle I went down was a new version of like a ho-ho! And people, I mean, the only thing that Costco doesn't have that I was a little upset about was the fact that there is no, like, cool music playing. Uh-oh. Hit the side. Look at Sweaty McGee.
Oh, my God.
Put him at
Look
the
at this. Look at this.
We surprised you with
What's
Daniel
good with
Bridge-Gadd.
Mark came in dripping. Look at this.
I wish
doing
we had
his
a
box
camera
jumps.
on that.
Show your arms, Mark. Get in the camera.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, fine.
All right. Yeah. Just everyone. This is Mark Ellis post workout. Oh, look at those guns! I tell you, the front shoulder development of Mark Ellis right now
Look
is
at his,
on point.
Have you started seeing the calves?
He is.
I've been telling you guys about the calves for 15 years.
Holy cow!
Unbelievable.
He's like a sexier Phil Mickelson.
What's good with you?
Sexier Phil Mickelson. Whoa.
Whoa.
The world cannot contain that much.
So then we went into that pharmacy area, and they sell Advil by the million.
Mm-hmm.
Holy Jesus!
That's always kind of been weird to me. I don't know, like, I know it's helpful, but I just don't think ever selling 10,000 of anything at one time is like, here, take.
Like, what's going on in that house?
Yeah.
You know what that's for? Truck drivers who just come home and take that religiously like my dad did.
I mix it with my Monster Energy drink, and
Yeah.
that's how I go forward.
Help me in the bathroom for a second.
We need to put that bathroom cam up finally.
we
We've been
finally
talking
do.
about it.
Yeah.
Talking about the shower cam.
They're the only people showering there is Mark Ellis. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think the only showers taken in the GPA showers once Mark Riley and I think Ellis every Friday.
Yeah,
right?
Ellis comes in there, rips out a quick shower, does a quick rinse off. Brian Jackson or Missy McClunky says, "Do you remember back in the day Costco sold coffins? Or am I wrong? They sold coffins?
What?
Bulk coffins?
No, like where people die in.
Like what my granny's in. Yeah.
Where she's not cooking.
Well, we're Jewish. She's cremated, but for the joke. You know.
You got to go for the joke. Got to go for the joke.
She's cremated.
Have you got the Costco muffins yet?
Okay, as soon as I walked into that muffin section, I said, Amanda's like, do you know that you can get 12 muffins for $7?
And they're like this big.
Yeah,
It's
and
fire.
I was like, oh, Ikaika warned me about these muffins, and I will say I did have a moment of,
Dude, in early 2000s, when I graduated high school in 1994 at 150 pounds. I ballooned to 250 early 2000s because I'd have a Costco muffin every day.
yeah, those things are.
And someone one day was like, the calorie count of those is like 1,500 each. And it's like, what's the calorie count?
Did you not? Was that not like a big thing? When did dieting become like?
Well, the calorie
huge
count.
like that?
97.
Yeah, when did that start popping up on menus?
Yeah.
Like late 2000s, mid 2000s?
Mid 2000s.
When Employee of the Month came out.
Yeah.
And that was like at first it was like a courtesy thing, right? And now it's like a law. Like you have to broadcast the.
Well, it probably protects them from getting sued across the board after people started suing restaurants for making them out of shape.
Yeah,
or,
they're like,
or
I got
unhealthy.
diabetes, and you're like, well, we told you that a cheeseburger had 3,000 calories. In it.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know what you want from me, dog.
So Ken, when you had those muffins,
Yeah.
did you like put them in the microwave so they got like?
Nope. I am when I come to Subway sandwiches or muffins, I like them raw.
Did you? Good people, man. Hey, did you cut the
cut
muffin
'em.
top in half? or
No,
did you
no.
cut
I'd
it
cut the
sideways?
muffin in half, or sometimes just start going in.
You ever
Just-
grilled the muffin?
Hey, look, I know
Grilled
this is
muffin.
your studio, but what the? Who's grilled a muffin?
Wait a second. Wait. Don't wait.
Have you ever deep fried a pickle? Like what?
Also, the look on Josh's face, like how It's about way of life.
Yeah, you said it like, what, you don't eat peanut butter and jelly? No, I've never grilled a muffin.
Okay, wait. All right, first.
Let's talk.
Okay,
Can we
all right.
grill one here?
We can.
On
We've got
camera.
the grill. I'll
I
do
kinda
it
wanna
for you.
know
I will
the grill.
blow your mind. Okay, I'll tell you. This is how it works. Okay, you get the muffin. You cut it. You cut the muffin top off. You got the bottom still. Okay, you butter both sides. Stick it on a flat grill. Grill it just a little bit, like a pancake, like you would a pancake. They heat up. They're all warm. You got like a little crunch on the outside. It's all buttered up. Like I didn't need another
Wait,
3,000 calories.
When you say grill, are you talking about something with a flat surface, or it has, spread out, like it'll leave grill marks?
No, not like
It's not like a
a
chicken.
Weber.
Because I don't want a well done muffin.
No, not in a Weber grill.
DVG's envisioning Josh at a Weber grill in the backyard.
No, like
Okay.
you're just
Y'all want
clinking
muffins?
tongs.
I'll call it a pan fried muffin. How about that?
with an
Pan-fried
apron on,
muffin.
with an apron on. Boop, the chef.
Yeah, they're like, hey, what's Josh doing? Is he making brats? No. This guy's making double chocolate chip muffins. You're like, what the?
Hey, listen, I guarantee you somebody in here is like, I live in New Jersey. The first time I had a grilled muffin was at a diner in New Jersey. Like, you want that grilled? And I was like, what's that? And he's like, oh, we butter both sides, throw it on the flat iron. I was like, yep. Sign me up.
I have heard of that. I definitely want to get to one super. I want to get to both super chats, Josh. But
Let me hit the Scott Douglas.
hit the Scott Douglas
Okay,
one.
Wednesday was a rough day for me too, so I wanted to apologize for my angry comments about the cat hate. My cat had just been sick, so it triggered me in the moment. Still love y'all. No problem, Scott. We love you too, buddy. Then Kingsport Cal, the legend, comes in here. Is DBG the first black dude on the GPA? Also, those headphones
No.
don't do your dreadlocks justice. Ken, don't do flowers.
Who's
Ellis is
this
getting
guy?
jacked. Sam's is great.
Kingsport Cal's great.
Kingsport Cal's is awesome. No, he's been on the show a million times. We've also had a lot of other black people in here.
Yeah.
Mark Ellis is pointing to himself.
David Griffin. Chip Dornell's a regular
Yes,
over at
Winston
Internet for Old
Marshall.
Winston Marshall.
My God.
Y'all are like, we got black friends.
Jeez.
We work really hard to try to make sure we're not one color across the board here.
I knew my girl, Jersey Girl Lori, would come in hot. Jersey Girl Lori. Josh is absolutely correct. Slice it, butter it, griddle it until toasty. East Coast living. Boom.
Okay, let's let Mark Ellis
Boom.
decide. Mr. Adventurous Eater, Mark Ellis will decide if this is the right way.
Does it have a picture on the menu?
Mark Ellis, the guy who goes on the road, finds one thing that he likes, and eats that from Thursday through Sunday. Look, I'm from the South, so we don't really approve of grilling anything.
It's all fried.
If it's a deep fried muffin. Now, I was in the bathroom, and I heard deep fried pickle.
Yeah,
And I was like, yeah, I'm on board with that. Like anything that you might
Fried
be able
pickle.
to get at a county or, dare I say, state fair.
Yeah.
Like the key to eating at a state fair is this. You eat whatever you want. You go in the tilt-a-whirl. You puke it up. And then you get right back up on the horse.
Correct.
Yeah.
And you go back to that deep fried butter bar.
Yeah.
They have deep fried butter at State Fair.
I don't
yeah.
understand how those things pass regular. Yeah, how the hell do you deep fry butter? And I'm supposed to trust your rides are safe. You guys are scumbags.
That's where you misunderstood. There's no trust at a county fair whatsoever. There is no the guy's got an eye patch, and if he's got one tooth working the tilt-a-whirl, then he's new. He's the new guy.
Yeah.
This guy's a professional carny living in a halfway house, pushing a button.
Yeah, where we're putting kids' lives in danger all of the time. I went to a school fair the one time in Philadelphia at my cousin's school, and they had one of the rides, where it spins and then you stick to the wall, right? And there's always that one dude who take out a pack of cigarettes and stick it to the wall.
And I get pulled over for not having my seatbelt on. And I'm like, these guys are.
Yeah. Just hold on to the wall. It's going around. And I was like, when was the last time you guys had this checked by a thing? He's like, we go to fairs every week. It's fine.
Yeah,
That's what he said.
they have a days since last limb broken calendar. Like,
Yeah.
They just get out of town fast enough.
There might be some not so latent racism at state county fairs too, because they would let Josh on the tilt-a-whirl, then they'd stop DBG, be like, "Sir, are you tall enough to ride this ride?" I'm 6'4". I don't know what the issue is.
I played Division I quarterback.
By the way, that is
Talk
one
to
of
me.
my favorite shirts
Thank you.
that you own,
Really?
and I'm so
Yeah.
glad that it's not on me.
Yeah.
That's not an insult.
thank
It's that I see it, and it's a Josh Macuga shirt. And very few people,
Yeah.
I know from experience, can pull off Josh Macuga shirts.
That's
Now, I
true.
can pull off some of Macuga's suits okay, but I still kind of look like a kid in his dad's suit.
Yeah.
That is how the man wears the shirt, and the shirt was made for that man.
Yeah, I don't got the
DBG,
chest
by
for
the
that.
way. Maybe a little bit of inspiration from Josh Macuga.
Yeah, he pulled this out the closet. It was like, because I came in
What's your story? Yeah.
dripping, not like you dripping, tight jeans and Air Forces and
No,
stuff.
like drip, drip.
Yeah,
kinda.
drip, drip. And he
Yeah.
was like, you want this Hawaiian shirt? And I was like, well,
I guess.
Yeah, sure. I didn't do push-ups all week for nothing.
And even Kenny Knapsack. That's more color than I've seen on Ken in a while.
You know, the mini goth life works. You know, I bought a new T-shirt for this weekend, sir. I'm gonna break it out.
I love getting excited about a road. You know that you're excited about a road gig when you buy a new article of clothing.
Yeah.
You wear it on stage. You're like, this is the one that's gonna get me laid.
Yeah, or jokes
works.
that laughed at.
Is it just a plain black shirt?
Yeah, it is funny.
I said to Amanda this morning, I was like, what if I just drove down to La Jolla, like in the afternoon tomorrow, did the set and drove back at night? She's like,
Right.
It's my first Mother's Day on Sunday. And I was like, yeah.
Well, you know, there's shows tonight. You know, DBG. You know, there's shows tonight. You know. I'm actually not going to let you go.
Yeah.
Like originally when we were talking, I was like, yeah, of course you're invited. And I did invite you and you were blackout drunk and you forgot it.
Yeah.
And I invited you and then you're like, well, I didn't get invited. At this point, I'm like, no, you're actually not invited.
Every third story on here is you just like swirling around a glass of dark something, being like, let's do it.
Yeah, come on. DBG, grab the
get
wheel.
it.
It's a Honda Civic.
Get it.
I am not allowing you to come to La Jolla this week.
Yeah, no. I get it. Listen.
That's fair.
I've given the club your picture.
Yeah.
I said,
This guy.
I said, this guy and another one of our friends is not allowed. Now, the other one is never allowed back in the club. Josh is not allowed here this weekend.
Yeah.
Come Monday, he's back.
The Mark just shows him like a filtered, fatter version of Stanley Tucci. He's like, just give him this guy. You mean Stanley Tucci? Wait, he's kind of chubbier than Tucci.
If that was the movie we were making, then the end scene would actually be real Stanley Tucci trying to get into the comedy club. Like, oh, come on, guys.
Come on.
Is Stanley Tucci the Hunger Games guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Devil Wears Prada guy. Yeah.
Stanley Tucci is basically the future that we're all vying for. If he's the host of that game show in the Hunger Games, we're all up for that job.
Yeah, just trying to be funny as people are getting killed.
That is actually a funny post-apocalyptic thing. Is like, hey, stand-up is now how we determine if you can survive society. And Mark goes up and tells his first joke. He's like, all right, he's in. Macuga goes up. He's like, ugh.
No, not even. I was at an open mic a couple days ago, and you know the conversations that like be had there are meaningless. And they were like, if you could live in a cartoon universe, like which one would you want to live in? And I was like,
good.
Monsters Inc. because at the end, comedians are the highest form of life.
Oh, right.
Great.
Yeah, like we're at once screams go out and laughs are in. It's just Billy Crystal doing a horrible set at the end in some kid's room, and I'm like, that's
the life.
Yeah, we're rich kids now.
That would be like if comedians invented NFTs.
You work for the
like
government.
Where we're at. Yeah.
We're government employees telling dick jokes.
Yes. We would have survived the pandemic, no problem. We walk in and like, hey, you guys ready to storm the Capitol? Oh, too soon. Whoops.
People would have been like, thank you for your service. You're like, I know. My mom is in fact horrible.
Comedians would be great for a day, but then we're famously not great with responsibility.
Yeah.
You know, I have 7 kids. Do I know what their name? No. But and so I think very quickly you realize I don't actually want all this money. I don't actually want any of this. I just want to go into a whole. I have nothing to complain about now.
Yeah.
I need something to complain about.
Right. You're like, I have a pension. Like, what is there?
I remember, I think about this all of the time, right? I was a bartender in New Jersey at a beach bar, and I had this guy that would come in twice a week. He was
Ron
awesome.
Jaworski.
It wasn't Ron, but Ron did come in a lot.
Yeah,
Josh,
he did.
he's a legend.
What was his drink?
He drank Miller Lite, and
Yeah,
he
he
also
did.
drank Scotch.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did. He also, I would randomly see, like, if somebody was smoking cigarettes, like, you want one of those?
Oh, he's just take someone else's
Yeah, he's like,
cigarette
"I'm in
guy?
with a cigarette.
I can see Jaws being a social smoker.
Totally, yeah. And
Like,
you
well, I wasn't going to smoke tonight, but you asked me about Super Bowl 15. Let me tell you about Ted Hendricks.
we would have once a year, this priest would come in, and he would smoke like a pack of cigarettes
Yes.
in 3 hours. And he would be so blacked out on doers, not even like a good scotch, doers. And then he would leave, and our owner was very Catholic, and he's like, that makes me uncomfortable. I don't like to see priests get that
Man
drunk. And I was like,
of the cloth. Was he wearing the duds?
oh, yeah, you have to.
Just drinking?
What do you mean you have to?
Outside the thing, you have to wear the collar. It's a rule.
It's why I confused everyone at Josh's wedding where they were asking where my collar was.
What do they wear on vacation?
They wear this shirt with a collar in it.
No.
Isn't
Have you
drinking?
ever seen Hawaiian priest shirts?
No, this is.
I swear.
This is
Ikaika,
a
do you have?
Macuga.
Can you
Ikaika,
pull up
pull
some
up
pictures
Hawaiian
of your
This is a
home
Macuga
state with
fib.
priests?
If you-
Anyway, if a priest comes into a Jersey bar and smokes a pack of cigarettes and drinks a bottle of Dewar's in 3 hours, he just did something that he feels very guilty. That's his confession.
I'm finding out where that guy preaches at. That guy's basically doing a set. It's all lies.
Here are the best ones,
If you
though.
thought the blood of Christ was strong,
The priest at our home parish had Steelers season tickets, and you know if it was like an afternoon game, he's like, all right, thanks for coming. We'll see you guys. And he would just be out. I was like, Father Tom rules.
come on in. This guy built an
Yeah.
ark and woo, all the animals. All
Boom.
right. Take care, everyone.
Love one another. We're out.
Matt the Beard Man chimes in with super chat. I legitimately want this episode to last another 3 hours just to get me through to work. Happy Friday, GPA. Also, weather today. We've got too many guests to hang the green screen. Also, we'll be bringing back weather next week. No problem.
Yeah. We should make sure. Oh, look at there you go.
There you go.
What?
There you go. Akaika knew right where to go.
What do you mean, there you go? This is not proof
Look,
of anything.
That's a real Hawaiian priest right there.
That's a real Hawaiian priest.
Yeah.
Okay.
What is that?
His collar is the beads.
I mean, that guy's on the go. That guy looks like he wants a Doors and a 12-pack of ciggies.
How does that
Or he's
prove
gonna-
to me that these people wear these things out all the time? What do they exercise?
He
on?
looks like he's going to call pass
Mark.
interference in the third quarter.
They get an exercise collar.
Oh my
that dude gives the
gosh.
pregame sermon and then takes that off and puts on the zebra. That's awesome.
Holy jeez. Wow. Yeah.
Oh, well, boy. There
No,
you go.
Mark, I'm serious when I say that.
I think Pittsburgh takes their Catholicism very seriously.
This is true.
And maybe where I grew up in Williamsburg, Virginia, we didn't care quite so much.
Yeah.
I mean, we had nuns
Yeah,
that
you
taught
did.
us, but I never saw most of those nuns in a habit.
No.
Yeah.
Oh.
They
No,
were. It was a nudist colony.
The nuns at our church, they had there was the rectory for the priests, and then you had the nun area. I don't know what that house is called.
The convent.
Convent.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Sister Act 2, back in the habit.
Underrated film.
Convent.
Yes. So super underrated.
It's only 10% on Rotten Tomatoes. Luckily, there's a podcast called Rotten Tomatoes is Wrong,
Oh.
where we talked about Sister Act.
And where can you find that, Mark?
You can find it wherever you enjoy podcasts.
Oh.
Yeah. Wherever podcast.
Spotify.
You
podcast.
Apple. I
put
don't
him
know.
on the spot to
Yeah.
find there.
I don't know. That's Rotten Tomatoes. Back to Josh.
So we had the priests had. I mean, the nuns wore the full habit, everything, and they taught CCD, which was every Wednesday, which is why I don't like the day Wednesday. Okay, because you have to go to CCD for 90 minutes and just have a nun yell at you about not going to Catholic school. All you heathens your parents sent you to public school, mostly because my dad went to Catholic school and nuns beat the living hell out of him with rulers.
Yeah, you're basically paying nuns a lot of money to beat your kids.
Yes.
Wait, so you had
correct.
to pay to go to Catholic school? But
There you go. Nuns on a beach.
That's what you want.
I like who's dude in the background?
That is the priest.
Is
Is that the
Bob
same
Barker?
guy? Yeah, I was
Price is wrong.
Yeah.
Is that Satan? That looks like a Satan in a movie.
right. Just chilling,
Yeah.
watching them all about to
It's
burn.
just the beach
Don't be showing your legs there, ladies. You got too much nunning to do.
When you guys,
None.
can you just walk into a church for free and go to you can just go sit down and listen to stuff?
I mean, I usually pay for box seats or the loge level, but yeah.
Well, because I was just curious because you can't.
I'm more of a
really-
behind the organ guy, Ken, myself, but those can be pricey.
They should have a penalty box in church. Like if
They
a kid's
do. It's
acting
called
up,
the kids section.
throw them in the penalty box.
Yeah, yeah. The crying section. Your kid starts crying. My mom be like,
I always thought that's what the thing you talked to the priest was called. We were like,
The,
I robbed a
confession.
bank,
They're
and
kind of
I,
it, yeah.
Confessional. Can I get 2 tickets for Sunday?
which is weird. Who okayed that? You go sit behind a
Yeah.
screen, and you're like, here's what I did, and some guy's supposed to be like, I'm not going to tell anyone, kid. Don't worry about
Yeah,
it.
yeah. You have no idea who's on the other end of that. It's like it kind of looks like it could be an FBI agent.
Could be.
I don't know.
Could
That's
be.
where I do his sting operation. That's the whole thing with religion. Like Manuel Noriega, we didn't get him for like 3 weeks because he was literally living in a church.
yeah, they were hiding him.
He went to a church, and there's like a rule you can't storm a church if you're trying to arrest someone. So they can
fair.
just chill in
Okay.
church, and they can eat the little wafers of bread
Yeah.
as long as they can survive. And then when they leave church, then you get them. Then you nab them.
Then you get
I think that the funniest joke that I've ever told in my life was in the 8th grade, 7th grade.
Okay.
And this is when my dad was, when I started getting on stage on something. My dad's like, I knew you were funny in like the 7th grade. He's like, I tell you why, because I had to be an altar boy for my brother's confirmation, right? And bishops come in for this, like a surrounding priest, and it's like a big deal.
That's pressure.
It's a big deal.
It's pressure from a church standpoint. It's also pressure from a family standpoint because if you mess that up,
Oh, it's a big
you're not
deal.
seeing your friends for a couple weeks.
Oh yeah, no. And my parents sat in when we were altar boys, they sat in the first 5 to 6 rows. As when we weren't altar boys, we showed about 20 minutes late to mass. We're like, just go in the back row. Just go in, shut up. So I'm hanging out, getting my altar boy stuff, prepping wine and communion, all that kind of stuff. And there's bishops in there and priests. And I come out, and my dad's like, what's it like in there? Because my dad loves Catholicism. And I was like, Dad, you're in there. The bishop's talking about some guy giving confession, and all the priests are laughing about it. My dad's like, he is? That's not allowed. And I was like, no, Dad, he's not telling me. He's like, oh, that's a pretty good joke. Because it's like a patient conflict. Like you can't, once you say what you say in confession, the priest can't tell anybody else.
Yeah.
So I was back there like, no, the bishop's in there like, so Jerry's in confession the other day, cheating on his wife. Am I right, Mike? He's like, oh! My dad's like, Oh, that was a pretty good joke. Then he goes and tells his buddies, and like his buddies can be like, "Were they really doing that?" I'm like, "No, it was a joke."
All right, Ken, coin flip. Who has to close with that bit tonight?
I'll write it better on stage, Mark.
I'm saying, I'll
take it. Or let's DBG. You want it for your set at the Federal Bar Saturday night?
No, that wouldn't.
We'll
well,
just divide
He's
it up.
Jewish.
Yeah, I'm saying that's what I'm saying. You guys been talking about church for a sec, and not one time did you bring up money. The second you step foot in a synagogue, they're like, "Who do you know here?" Here, you settle all your funds before you even sit down. The rabbi's assistant comes in. He's like, "That's going to be $56 for the day." You're like, "What the?"
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of surcharges.
There's
At a synagogue.
There's also a limited number of people. Churches are like, "Come on, sit down." We're like, it costs money to be Jewish.
One of the more genius episodes of Curb Your Enthusiasm, and they're all genius, is when Larry's scalping tickets.
Tickets, yes.
Passover.
To Passover, yeah.
That's
so
Rosh
good.
Hashanah. I got a couple super chats in here. Kingsport Cal, our buddy, says, DBG, don't worry about who I am. I was too skinny to play football. I met first black dude in studio. Yeah, okay, so that's true.
Point taken.
Obviously.
Point taken.
It's still a
Kingsport Cal is
pandemic.
great. I still owe Kingsport Cal $5, I think.
Yeah.
From my bar trivia show at the beginning of the pandemic, because
that's
I could never get dude's Venmo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
Well,
DM
Tennessee
me your
doesn't have
Venmo.
Venmo. It's Tennessee is outlawed Venmo.
Yeah.
Tennessee is outlawed Venmo.
No longer. in the
Wow.
state.
Okay.
Also, I do want the weather segment back, Ken.
Well,
what
I'm
he
not.
said.
Well, first of all, bring up Ellis again. Whenever you guys see this setup, we can't do the weather. That's the weather wall.
I mean,
Yeah,
we
that's
can
the-
do the weather.
That's the weather wall.
It's like you could literally Google the weather in La Jolla, and Josh could tell you.
That's true.
Yeah.
Jersey Girl Lori says, my dad went to Catholic school in the 60s and got beat up by the nuns, and the priest once punched him in the face. Telling you, Catholic school back in the day was a legitimate fight club
Yeah,
for ripping the
rulers,
fire alarm off
chalk.
the wall so he could sleep in class. But still, listen, you don't punch kids in the face. Priests are supposed to be like your friend. Nuns, there's Catholic, you're supposed to be welcoming. Meanwhile, like my dad refused, he was taking piano lessons, and every time he hit a bad note, the nun would just whack him in the with a ruler. And it wasn't the flat part of the ruler,
Yeah.
it was the hard side.
What did you tell were your parents just cool with this? Like, if you came home and you're like, "Hey, I got popped in like the back of the hand today," and they're just like,
All the families back then had 37 kids, so they're
Yeah.
like, "Oh, well, Johnny got hurt. It can't be hurting all the other ones."
We all grew up right in the advent of like, hey, maybe you shouldn't beat the shit out of your kids. And so I think that the parents probably enjoyed the fact that somebody else was doing the work for them.
Yes.
Because, like, there's a story in my family that I remember being spanked often.
Yeah.
And then my mom, now her revisionist history, said that dad never spanked any of us. He spanked me once. And apparently, as the story goes, he felt so bad about it that he could never spank any of us again. So I was happy to be the guinea pig.
Yeah.
I remember a belt one time. But apparently, nobody else can corroborate or is willing to corroborate the story.
corroborate
Well,
the
back
belt.
in up until 1968, the belt was the preferred method of child rearing.
"Ooh, I got wooden
don't-
spoon."
Yeah, wooden spoon was like then
The wooden spoon that was
Yeah.
just hanging.
I
in the-
got
Yeah.
you.
Oh yeah, because it touched cheeks. You can't cook pasta
Yeah.
with that, so it just had its own.
Yeah.
It had its own little spot.
But back in the day, also in public schools, they would like cane kids for being late to lunch.
Those were
Yeah.
the days, baby.
Right.
we got chalk thrown at us, and Sister Rose had an arm.
Yeah.
Sister Rose had a cannon. She would kind of sidearm it. She would like Bernie Kosar it. She had like a Mahomes thing where just any arm angle could she get behind the back. One time, Sister Carol, I got detention because I couldn't contain my excitement. I was like Kevin Harlan or Marv Albert, so excited to see this play that Sister Carol did because she asked a question like I don't know what is Moses famous for? And she's looking over here because she's mad at one of the students, my friend, probably Jack. And I was like right there. Jack's over here. So she's just looking at him. She's throwing him the look, but she can still see from her peripheral vision who has their hand up to answer the question. This is what she did. She's just looking at Jack. She goes, and then she goes behind the back and calls on someone. And I couldn't resist. I was like, she went behind the back.
She's Marino checking down to Duper, and Clayton's
she
covered.
went hot route.
Hot route.
You got detention for that?
I got detention for that. I mean, it was a pretty good laugh.
Like, I was trying to hype you up, weirdo. Like, what do you need
It's
to
a
do
pretty
for it?
disruptive laugh.
I remember my mom said she spanked me with a wire brush and caused me to bleed, and she says it really upset me. So that the next time I did it, I thought about stopping. And I was there. Okay, it took a while, but we got there.
You got to know the limits.
I got in trouble by Sister. I think
70s, man.
Sister Mary Agnes. We called her Godzilla because she was huge and she had these big glasses and you couldn't see her eyes, but she was terrifying, right? So Sister Mary Agnes, aka Godzilla, came in. She's like, "Josh, do you know your Beatitudes?" And I was like,
Oh, those
No.
were so tough.
No, but I do know a B with attitude. It was an early pun, and she was like, "You have to leave."
I mean, I support her.
Max Young, my buddy, was like, "That was pretty good." I was in the 3rd grade. It was a pretty good pun.
You're like dapping him up.
I
She's
was like,
smacking
"Come on, let's go."
I never got the point of the Beatitudes. It's like, look, we
Beatitudes.
know the commandments, and the Beatitudes are pretty much just like reading in between the lines of the commandments, right?
Yeah,
It's
some
like,
add-ons.
don't murder anyone.
Yeah.
You know,
Be nice about
be
it.
nice to people. Do unto others is
yeah.
the golden rule.
Man, we're giving.
you
we're
guys
giving.
had to do that? No, we had to go. We had steps. So if you got on step 1, you had to go stand in the corner like an asshole at
Like at the end of Blair Witch.
when you're but like 10 years old. Like they're like, Daniel, up step 1, and you have to like just stand up in class and go stand in a corner while your friends are whispering behind you. And you're
Oh,
like,
yeah.
this is torture.
Here's the thing, though. In Jewish school, you guys have to learn a different language. In Catholic school, it's just learn this book, and we're still like,
Do you know what learning Hebrew is good for? It's cursive, nothing. Not one thing. You can order sandwiches at delis faster. That's about it.
but can you speak it?
No, I dropped out at 12. I'm a Hebrew school dropout.
Oh, sick.
Hebrew scroll drop.
Did you get bar mitzvahed?
No, I dropped out at 12 and a half because football got too serious.
Oh, sick. But would your
Jumped into football.
would your bar mitzvah theme have been like a sports theme? Because bar mitzvahs were the
Oh, and I would have cleaned up. That's what I was really the saddest about. Those kids, I had a kid make like $5,000 from a bar mitzvah.
To this day, guaranteed,
It's like someone
best
on
chicken
Cameo.
finger I ever had. Temple Bethel, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The only bar mitzvah I went to, Josh Selkovitz's Selkies All Stars. It was a sports theme. Best chick. I had like 30 of those chicken fingers.
Really?
It was a sports theme.
It was awesome. Selkies All Stars. They had you could throw a baseball. It was bar mitzvahs to this day are the coolest parties I've ever been.
I
to.
think I've been to one bar mitzvah, and it might have been like an accidental invite, or the kid didn't have a lot of friends. Because I think that's how it works. Is like you invite everyone in the Jewish community, and then you start to look. Okay, well, we need to fill in some gaps here. So now we got to go to the minor leagues. So let's go to the Catholics, which is AAA ball, and then eventually get down to single A, which is the Methodist. And you're like, all right, invite the one Methodist kid.
Yeah.
He's chubby. He'll eat. He won't talk. Just put
That's
him
the
in the
most
corner.
on point thing. Did you have a lot of Jewish friends or no? Because that's like,
I had a fair amount of Jewish friends actually that went to the Catholic school.
yeah, what the? Because that's the most Jewish thing ever. It's like, yeah, first we're inviting every Jewish person
Right,
you know.
right.
Don't even, if he has a cross necklace, don't even talk to him for the first week. And then we'll invite him, and then the kid that says there's no God, and then maybe his grandma. And
Right,
then like
right.
but there's like a list to it because
Oh,
you just
yeah.
want the most Jews in one spot.
So it's like a wedding invite.
Yeah.
At that same bar mitzvah, Josh Selkovitz, legend, my buddy was like, Josh, grab me some more chicken fingers. And this woman comes up, she's like, Josh, I haven't seen you in so long. Congratulations. And she handed me an envelope. And I walked up to Selkovitz and I was like, hey, man, people think I'm you. So here's the money that woman over there. Yeah. He's Josh.
You could have cleaned up.
Well, and
Yeah,
here-
you named
Coulda
Josh.
run.
I
would've
went to
taken it and run.
so many bar and bat mitzvahs that year, 7th grade, that by the end of like the bar mitzvah season, it was the same DJ at every single bar mitzvah. Like this guy cleaned up.
Oh, yeah, because he probably charged a good rate, and one family knew him, so then the
Everybody
Goldsteins
got
hired
him.
him.
Jumped
Yeah.
in,
correct.
jumped
You're
in.
talking about
Snyder's,
good chicken fingers.
Selkovitz's, the Drozes, same DJ.
Just thinking about chicken fingers.
So good. They're
It's gonna
so
be a
good.
great
Mark.
weekend, Mark.
So,
What's the chicken finger place next to the Tempe Improv?
Cane's?
Raising Cane's.
Yeah.
Some good fingers there. Best chicken finger I ever had still. Burger King chicken tenders the first time I ever tasted it. I remember to this day, we had just seen the Transformers animated movie in theaters. My dad was pissed off because Optimus Prime died, and he took the day off work so he could take his kids there, only to have his kids crying because the hero of the movie died. So he's like, I'll take the kids to Burger King. We had never had chicken tenders before, and I remember I was in 2nd grade. My brother and I look at each other. We're like, we're never eating anything else ever again. These are
Burger
like the little
King
hit of
chicken
pester you
tenders.
get
Oh,
with
yeah.
the chicken tenders. Let's get some
seasoning.
Burger King chicken tenders this week.
Let's do it. I'd love a Whopper burger too.
Do you have to have sauce to dip a chicken tender in?
I don't. But
You don't have to.
Yeah.
Whoa.
It's like Chick-fil-A nuggets. You can get sauce, and it's fine. You don't need sauce.
You eat Chick-fil-A nuggets with no sauce?
Well, it's hard.
Most of the time, yeah.
hard to dip when you're eating
This
it
is
in a
news.
car fast, trying to destroy the evidence.
Hard to, not impossible. What do you think?
It's, look,
I actually save the sauces for when I'm dipping my
Other
grilled
things?
chicken in later. Because fried chicken doesn't need sauce. Grilled chicken does.
Here's the thing. that when the Chick-fil-A sauce got introduced to me, my life was forever changed for the positive. Now, when I go to nowadays, back in the day, maybe like 7 years ago, you could get as many sauces as you want. They had them out there for you to get.
Now it's weird.
it's
Now they're rationing the sauces. So I get to think, I'm like, I'll have 5 Chick-fil-A sauces. She's like, we're only going to give you 4. And I was like, okay, can you give 5 to my wife then? Because she needs her own. I can't.
Pregnant,
I'm not going to share.
The baby gets some.
Baby,
for free?
obviously.
We'll use that baby.
Okay.
That was my favorite thing to do. I used to work at a Chick-fil-A for like a year, and we had to deny people sauces. Yeah, and they'd come up and they'd be like, "Let me get," and oh my god, it was the best thing.
I could see your sweet face, just enjoying saying, "You get 1 sauce, my pleasure."
Well, because you get 1 sauce, dickhead, my pleasure. No, because you'd have to be like, can you tilt the bag for me? And then they'd always try and kind of prop it up to make it make it look like it had more stuff, and I'm like. That's 1.
Yeah. It's a house of cards. That Chick-fil-A bag.
Meanwhile, at McDonald's, they're like, "We'll give you the restaurant. Just take all these sauces."
Please do that.
Arby's. You used to walk into an Arby's and they would spray you with the 3 pepper sauce just for fun. Just like,
Arby's has the best sauces out. They have the worst food, but best sauces.
Arby's sauce is great.
Bronco berry sauce.
Yeah, Arby's food.
I've been
is
a
not
Bronco. I
great.
forgot about. I thought that was a Roy Rogers thing.
No.
That's a real. The myth of the Bronco berries.
Bronco berry and some jalapeno poppers. Good.
Here's a question from Uncle Von Doren.
Yeah.
Okay?
And
We
then
got Streamlabs? We got
Well, no, Troy has some breaking news. Ellis is in for some disappointment. BK doesn't have those style tenders anymore. Only bad McD's nugget ripoff and chicken fries.
and chicken fries.
Oh God! I went to Nashville one time and I was doing Zanies and there was a Burger King right around the corner from Zanies and I got so excited because I don't get the craving for Burger King much, but when I do, it's there.
It's fire.
And I walk into Burger King and I get nuggets because it's all flooding back. The Burger King's nuggets are literally deep fried air. It's there's no substance in there whatsoever. Terrific. Stay away. The chicken fries aren't bad. The chicken fries might be the lineage
We'll try those.
of the chicken. I feel like
Tenders.
Sam Neill in Jurassic Park explaining that dinosaurs came from birds, or birds came from no, the chicken fry came from the 1980s chicken tender.
The chicken fries like the chicken tender soft ass son that still wants to work in the family business. It's just not as good. That's exactly what it is.
You will be a tender.
Yep.
If you were going to be a Burger King, you will be a tender.
That's a great comedy skit, Daniel. You should use it in your joke show.
No son
You
of
want to
mom's
use
gonna
my
be a French
priest
fry.
thing? You want to use my priest bit? You guys want to use priest like chicken?
Nah.
All right, so Uncle Von Doren, a founder, a legend. She sent us some
Did
very
the
nice
artwork
stuff from
over there? Look
did
at
some
that artwork,
artwork.
This is great.
She did. She sent my baby a very nice card. She says, "What's the deal with Americans and their chicken nuggets?" And then Jen Maddle chimes in, "Uncle, we unfortunately are simple people." And then Uncle Von Doren just says, "Damn, Jen." Like that was an amazing through on the chat. And I will say this: listen. When chicken nugget, I was in Costco yesterday. You know this. I saw the Dino nuggets and I bought them. I bought them.
Well, it's the one of when you're a kid, you only eat you go out to eat. There's 4 things on the menu. It's like macaroni and cheese, chicken nuggets, a burger, and like a salad if you're that kid.
Or the spaghetti.
Yeah,
like
it's
the crappy spaghetti.
Yeah,
the
those
Dino
are
nuggets.
crack cocaine.
My God.
You take one of those and you can put down a box.
It's insane.
Yeah. Do you make the little sounds when you eat
Oh,
them?
yeah, of course. You got to.
Do you go tail or head first?
Always head.
I go ahead to make it feel better for them. You know, just get it over with.
Ikaika Shively has some opinions.
Dino nuggets with Kraft macaroni and cheese. That's like
Wow, that's like mac and cheese and hot
Playing with
dogs.
fire.
Let me tell you this one. I did for like a football hangout. I made my buffalo chicken dip and then made nuggets, and people could dip the like double chicken, buffalo dip with the nugget. Whole people were getting, and that was when somebody also brought a 100-pack of the catering Chick-fil-A nuggets.
Now, when you make nuggets, do you microwave them or do you put them in the oven?
I think you have to really bide your time and get the oven.
When I buy them at the store, I say I'm going to put them in the oven.
Yeah.
When it actually comes time to eat them,
It's like I want these
Microwave.
right now.
yeah.
Air fryer.
Yep.
I was just going to say air fryer.
sorry.
Air fryer blew my mind. No, Ken, take it.
Air fryer. Mark Riley. We tease Mark Riley with his restaurant quality wings. It's changed our life. Robbie Smith, one of our founding members, gifted me an air fryer for my birthday, and I got to tell you, Mark, anything, just toss it in there.
I'd never heard of air fryers until like 2 years ago, and it seems like it's the cure for every ill in society.
It's really
Hey, is your car costing you too much with gas?
Put it in
air
an air
fryer.
fryer.
Right.
Throw the muffler in there, give it a couple seconds, it'll be good to go.
Just warm it up first. Heat it up first. Put it in with tongs.
One time I was at a luxury box in a Division I football game. Was it Wake Forest? Yes. And
They got luxury boxes there?
They have Division I
catering.
sports?
we went to now 6 bowl games. out of the last 7 years. And we won 5 of those bowl games.
Were they like college football playoff type deals or Rose
It was called the Empathy Bowl.
It was a Belk Bowl a couple years, which
Oh,
is a
the Belk Bowl.
fine
We
clothiers.
played in the
was,
GoDaddy Bowl.
Yeah, Bob's Used Cars and
Emerald
RV Bowl.
Nuts Bowl.
The Meineke Car Care Bowl. We
Oh,
did
yeah.
the Emerald Nuts Bowl one year. We did the Pinstripe Bowl.
Oh,
we did
in
the
New York.
Military Bowl.
Okay,
serving this nation.
Sorry.
I always
And,
wondered who played in those.
Some of the best chicken tenders I've ever had in my life were at that luxury box. But they also had Carolina-style barbecue.
Oh,
yeah.
And so I would take the chicken tender and I would dip it in the barbecue. And I was
Yeah.
murdering every farm animal in one fell swoop.
Okay.
good.
There's a restaurant, and I say restaurant loosely. It's like a storefront in State College at Penn State.
Shoney's.
That's a Division I program.
Yo, we know.
And it's called Are You Hungry?
Yeah. Did you want me to get into your history?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sorry
Gonna
about that.
Mock the demon deacon?
That's my bad. Mark, I'm sorry.
Sounds like some of those boys could use a deacon right about now. All right?
Oh man, or it'll turn into one. That's what usually happens.
That's what you usually.
All right, guys. All right. So,
We're gonna go to commercial break.
We got no commercials. Cut to it anyway.
How's Pismo State College doing, man? How's their Division I program?
okay, have you guys ever dipped? Okay, so this is Are You Hungry place would make a hoagie, and it was a deep fried hoagie, like a sandwich with chicken fingers, mozzie sticks, boneless buffalo wings wrapped in an egg, and then deep fried.
What was the egg doing there?
Yeah,
It's
get
like a
the
breakfast
egg,
sandwich.
Get
It's
the
a
egg
breakfast
out of there, and
sandwich.
I'm.
I mean, I
and
love
I'm
eggs,
game.
but Mark
Yeah.
knows
It
every
was like
Friday.
the egg wash. You put it in there so it could cook, and it all cooked together like batter.
Oh, that sounds good.
And it was.
That sounds good.
it
Now I
was-
get it.
Yeah. Oh man.
That was
We all
way
gotta go to
better.
Tennessee. I was watching Guy Fieri's Diners, Drives, or whatever the 3
That guy's
Ds
my
are.
spirit animal.
Dude, the guy is
guy's
just
great.
he's a goal for every
Yeah.
living, breathing male. And he went to this truck
Hungry.
in it's the Cheesery, I think. It's like a food truck in Nashville, and it's
awesome.
grilled cheese. And I'm not a huge grilled cheese guy, but if you tell me that this grilled cheese sandwich has pepper jack cheese and short rib, I'm like,
yeah.
all of a sudden,
Short
I'll
rib.
wait in line
Listen,
for that.
Is that even a grilled cheese sandwich? Just a short rib sandwich with cheese at that point.
Hey, your semantics
I was just gonna
are
say.
making me hungry.
Daniel Medina, this is one of the better ones. Daniel, I think you're raising your kids right here. We made the mistake of getting the whole grain Dino nuggets for my daughter once.
Why do you hate your kids?
She knew as soon as she saw the plate and wouldn't touch them. It's a genius kid.
Yeah.
It's just smart. I think that's just
It's
what
like dogs. Dogs
Correct.
know
Yeah.
instinctively not to eat lettuce
Yep.
or Taco Bell.
Correct.
The only
Or
two things
Taco
Molly
Bell.
will not eat are lettuce. And if I'm eating Taco Bell, she'll smell it. She'll get excited, and she's like, "Nah."
Shouldn't that be alarming that we put that in our bodies, but a dog's like,
It's like
nah.
I can smell the
This dog who
chemicals.
will literally try to swallow an old chicken wing whole
Smells a crunch wrap and is like, that's
is like,
poison.
"Nah, not going to my body."
Jean-Philippe Lomania says, that sounds like the SNL digital short, the pizza burrito thing. It was called Taco Town. And then you throw it in a tote bag and fill it with salsa. Do you remember that one?
Yeah,
It was
I
like, it's
do.
a pizza and wraps a taco. Like it starts with a taco and then it just keeps getting bigger and bigger until they fill a tote bag with salsa.
I had something in St. Louis one
best.
time, and I wish I could remember what the exact concoction was, but it was the perfect marriage of pizza and nachos. And I've never, I can't remember exactly what it was, but I just remember it was the most perfect thing I've ever eaten in my entire life.
Wow, that's dangerous.
Yeah.
Daniel M says, grilled cheesery is fire. Very expensive, though. Didn't.
I mean, that's why I have disposable income. I'm not saving for a family.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
saving for
So I can eat grilled cheese.
Yeah.
Kev Rowe also pops in chat. What does the group think of the Jake Paul Mayweather fight? I don't give. If Mayweather loses to Jake Paul, this whole boxing thing's been a lie my entire life.
Now, he's not going to lose to Jake Paul. It's just going to be that most annoying, frustrating fight, like the one that we watched at your bachelor
Conor
weekend,
McGregor.
where it was McGregor and Mayweather. And, you
Yes.
knew Mayweather was not going to lose that fight, but you also knew that he was going to make it a show, and he was going to let him go a few rounds.
Sure.
And so would we all love to see Mayweather just be peak Mayweather? And because even though Mayweather doesn't necessarily have knockout power historically, you'd think he could knock out Jake Paul, but I don't think he's going to. I think he's just going to dance around, and then it'll be like what is it? Probably a smaller ring, and it's like a 10-round fight.
Probably
Yeah.
10.
It'll be cool, and they'll make money, and Mayweather will win. But the real story is the transition of sports broadcasting.
Yes.
Because
With
they
Snoop?
have, well, yeah, they just we're getting away from the all right. That's a touchdown. Raiders, good. How you feeling, Tom? That sucks. I want
Yeah.
Snoop smoking a blunt. I want people cussing. I want real things being said.
I want Aqib Talib
Yes.
doing every Washington football team game because he is real.
Yes.
You know he used to play.
Yes.
He's not shy. He is
I
would put him and Tony Romo in a booth.
It's what we were talking about. It's got to be a second screen experience because CBS, NBC, ABC, they're not going to like risk their thing because on the first day of FCF, they had Marshawn Lynch in the booth and Marshawn's like, I'm going to go down there and play. First, I got to take a giant shit because I just ate a Caesar salad, but then I'm going to play. And I was like, all right, Marshawn.
Okay, well,
I want the real. I want the dude being like, look, if we're being real, all of these guys are on some sort of painkillers. The defensive linemen smoke blunts before the game. Marshawn's taking shots. Like, and if a guy gets toasted, I don't want him to be like, oh, good play by the receiver. I want him to be like, that DB is going to get cut. Pay attention on Monday. He will no longer be on the team.
Yeah, I want a sideline
are
reporter
done.
that's not talking about the weather or how cold it is at the stadium. I want a sideline reporter like, well, last night the quarterback got into a huge fight with his wife, and he is not happy.
Yeah, well, Ken, it weirdly reeks of Jack Daniels on the sideline. I don't know why.
I think I just saw Warren Sapp do a line of coke up Trent Dilfer.
That's real football, just so you guys know. It's not the stuff that they show you.
How many shots of whiskey are done during a huddle? During a game?
It's weird. No. Pre-game is like dudes are taking, Adderall or Viagra or cocaine's not really big anymore, but like because they make more like pill
drugs.
things now.
Yeah.
Or like legally, guys are getting Toradol shots. Like they wake up from like from the pre-game meal, like they can't lift their shoulder, and then they get into the stadium and they go. They're like, oh, dude, I feel just good to go now. I'm like, that's kind of weird, huh? That how we're just, that guy's 22? All right, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I mean,
This is the kind of stuff I want to hear about football.
Occasionally you get a punctured lung,
Yeah.
like what happened to Tyrod Taylor.
No big
Which
deal.
he should sue the team doctor. He lost his starting job because of that.
Yeah.
I mean, he would have lost it anyway, but he would at least gotten a chance
Couple
to
more.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is
I'll tell you
great.
what, you
This
don't
is the
get a
podcast we need.
punctured lung crushing bar mitzvahs and chicken fingers. And that's why the Macuga family was not allowed to do organized
Doing
football.
blow off of Trent Dilfer. Trent Dilfer is probably the worst guy to do blow off of because he is so pale.
I met that
You're gonna
guy
lose the
multiple
powder.
times and did like camps with him because he runs the Elite
Yeah,
11
Elite
stuff.
11,
Yeah.
Yeah, dick head.
Really?
Yeah, not a huge
Is it
fan.
wait?
This
Is it
the
because
stuff
he's
you get on the
Is it because
positivity
he's
report.
making you better?
Was it because it's called the Elite 11 and I finished 13? No, not at all. Not at all. Trent
So
Dilfer?
close.
Yeah, right? Maybe if I'd have been 8, Trent would have been a cool guy. But no, it was some things.
I get so excited when I hear either Dilfer or like Jordan Palmer, like these guys that used to play quarterback
Sucked.
in the NFL, and then they start talking about like their camps and how they're like training quarterbacks during the offseason and stuff. I love hearing the stories.
Any of the guys you hate, I know and probably also hate. It's, yeah.
I remember
So it
Jeff
is kind of like
Garcia?
working in stand-up comedy for 10 years.
my dad is the worst golfer on the planet. But when I was playing golf in high school, my dad was like, I want you to get a pro that's actually played in a professional tournament or can play golf because I want to see the pro actually play golf. If he can play golf, then he can teach you. And there was like, the guys that we could afford in Pittsburgh that have done that, they weren't the best.
Right.
Yeah.
It wasn't the best. How about Daniel M. chimes in? I coach football here in Nashville. Trent Dilfer is the head coach of our rival, has kids from all over the country moving in to play.
Yeah, because he has access to all of them. They'll come in there, be a 5-star recruit. He'll get them all sorts of crazy offers. If I really wanted to, I could charge like 7 to 10-year-olds $50 a session with the credentials I have and pay all of my rent. But it's so like greasy. It's like you'll have 8 kids. All of their parents are like, my guy's definitely the next Tom Brady. And you're like, sure, just make sure the check clears and he will be. Like,
That's a great reminder for my new endeavor. Hey, kids, do you want to learn how to do stand-up comedy? Come on over to Uncle Mark's Shack.
Mark's
exactly
Comedy
what it
College?
would be like, yeah.
That is,
Yeah.
no, I would pay for
you
that.
get a degree, and your degree is just a clown nose.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's amazing. Let's
You,
see.
so you show up to like the ice house with the, I graduated from Mark's School of Comedy.
Put me on stage.
Never work in this town again.
Let's do some videos that make me smile and get out of here.
Yeah.
But this has been an amazing show. DBG, have fun.
Hell yeah. It was a super
Today
good time.
at 2 p.m. 2 p.m. live. It's usually at 4, but we're going to move it up a little bit because GPACharity has to go get a second vaccine. Get vaccinated, people.
Yay, Kaika.
Get vaccinated. We are going to do it 2 p.m. Pacific. Dino Bridge-Gadd versus Mark Riley in the Battle of the Pac-12. We got a Washington Husky, former player, and Mark Riley, who went to USC.
Mark Riley represents every school in the Pac-12.
Every school in the Pac-12.
All 4 NFC West teams and every school in the
the
Pac-12. Mark Riley attended it.
Yep.
He
Is that
bounced
Josh
around
Brady?
that much.
That's Josh Pretty.
That's going to be a good
Yeah.
matchup.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm about
I want to get you and Harloff in a matchup, not just because I want you guys. It's an actual fun game of trivia, as opposed to getting yelled at during movie trivia.
Well, movie trivia is like something that you study for, you prepare,
Yeah.
you've studied all week, all month, you have a manager. And then to get me and Harloff would be, God, if you put us in Josh Pretty 10 times, it'd be each one of us would win 5 times.
Yeah.
But I really want to play Josh Pretty against my siblings.
Oh.
I just got to get them here.
Robbie and Lisa
in studio.
The 3-banger?
Is the goal. That we could at least get Lynn Ellis. We could at least get my mom.
Yeah, we
Oh,
could.
that'd be great.
Yeah.
I mean, Jeb and John Macuga had a blast. It's the trivia show for all ages, Mark.
I had a good time.
That's what I'm trying. I'm trying to sell
It's
it.
a trivia show for all attention spans.
That's very
That's
true.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the fastest game show on the internet. You got 23 minutes. Get in and out.
The
Drink
winner
some
gets
bourbon.
dinosaur chicken tenders. The loser gets whole grain. dinosaur.
The loser gets whatever the hell a
just
grilled
threw up.
muffin is.
We literally.
Josh didn't like that comment.
I'm telling you,
Oh, I'd like mine double buttered, please.
That's
Like,
a good dad face you're working on there. Give him the dad face again. He's still
I'll go
breaking
to my
too
room.
much, but he's working on it.
I can't. You know me. I can't
Working
stop
on it.
smiling.
Oh, you'll get there. You'll get there.
It's like we got to end the show. Here we go. All right. Speaking of side eye, look, have a daughter. They say it'll be fun.
Oh, that girl's got to go.
She is not.
Can't
happy.
come back in my house.
See, this is what I'm thinking. Ika, could turn off the volume.
Is that the whole video?
Yeah, that's it.
Scary.
Yeah, it's scary. It's terrifying.
It's like
Here's the
it's like
thing.
The Exorcist 2, The Heretic.
Do you think that I'm eventually going to get this look from my daughter?
Yes.
This is the question. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Many times.
You're gonna pay.
And-
Honey, we're going to the driving range.
Although it does seem like her dad films her a bunch, and she's
Yeah.
just like over it. She's like, "Really, Dad? I'm just trying to get to school."
Okay.
Like, come
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, I don't know this. He might be in the wrong here.
I want. You know what I can't wait to do is like she's coming out, she's late for school, and she gets right in front of the car, and I honk the horn. That's my favorite thing.
That's gonna go great. Over
That's
there.
like I just caught you with a boy under the bleachers.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. What's the next one, Ika? All right. Well, this is hilarious. Watch this. Look at this stupid idiot.
Why would you look? Don't do it. Don't do it. Oh,
Don't
he
look.
looked. Oh, he looked.
Don't look. This guy. Yeah, he's getting divorced. This is.
Did she catch it? Did she?
Yeah,
I
what?
think
She
she
catches
caught
it.
it. It looks like she starts laughing.
She starts
not
laughing,
really
right?
the
Or what's
reaction
she
you
doing
want
down
from your
there?
husband.
Oh, no.
She's laughing.
I've been in the room my mom gave birth, just on like the other side. Once the epidural goes in, you're on. You're having a blast. She's probably is laughing.
Yeah.
Is that confirmed? Having a blast. Let's see.
I mean, technically, we were all in the room when our mom gave birth.
That's-
Yeah.
I mean, this guy's made a lot of bad decisions in his life, namely the neck tattoos.
I
But
think that's the definition of mansplaining. I just kind of explained how pregnancy felt. And I was like, it's fine.
You got
dude.
it.
Yeah. It's not even that big of a deal. Chill. I got to look at it from up here.
All right, let's go to the next one, Ika. This is Ken's first bit.
Look at all these.
I think he's walking off. I think he's gonna walk off.
All these cargo
boy.
shorts.
Somewhere his dad's not even embarrassed. He's like, do you know how expensive that
Oh
is?
my
You just
gosh,
drop.
I love this.
Which
Rock
one
and
of
roll,
them
baby.
is?
Rock and roll.
Okay, I
What
like.
if he started airplaying?
We go live now to Shinedown, recording Shinedown 7 in studio.
Actually, is the kid playing guitar on the right in flip flops? I'm pretty sure he
Yeah.
is. They
Yeah.
deserved this. They knew what was going to happen.
Oh,
Yeah, look
man. That's
Yeah.
Jimmy Buffett's son.
Yeah, that
Timmy
kid's
Buffett.
got a future as a parrot head. The drummer recovers and starts playing again. So
That
the
kid
drummer's
gets
got a future.
Drummer's ready to
Because you
go.
at least need a drum line to some like just some
Yeah.
failure. Yeah.
All these kids look dressed like they're going to be offensive coordinators at a community college shortly.
Wouldn't it be great if he hit the doo-doo?
That's what Kyle Harlow in the chat just said. Drummer should do a rim shot. That would have been good. Yeah.
That's a very Kyle Harlow comment. That
totally.
guy, one of the best.
Oh, man.
Will McLean says, "Just walk away, never." I mean, it just drops.
And that's how I
perfectly.
became an accountant.
We got any more? Ika?
Yeah, this is a video.
Okay.
This is not going to end well.
It says when you're overqualified for a job. No, just wait.
Oh my god! Is he about to turn up?
Like he is.
just gets funnier. It just gets funnier.
Look at his little inflatable arms go, and look at the lady with the pinstripes. Just like, and look at.
She's just like count 1, 2, 3, and 4. The numbers make us go.
This is every stand-up comic
comes
who works at a Chili's trying to tell jokes at a table, bro.
This is John Bonham and
Oh
Moby.
my god.
Oh my god!
Are you getting this?
Keith Meown.
Dude, that suit has to be 10,000 degrees.
Oh
on
my
the
god!
inside.
Yeah.
He's hitting the. Oh my! He's crushing.
Hey, is that Rush drummer Neil Peart?
So that's actually a famous mascot in Japan.
Oh, it is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, they're going great,
Yanko
man.
Star.
That's incredible.
That guy's
All
on a
right,
whole
kids, we're
Asian
going to learn the
tour.
alphabet with Hot for Teacher.
Over Christian
Got it bad,
Ruvacaba just
got it bad,
Christian
got it
Ruvacaba
bad.
just screams overqualified drummer.
I'm off for the teacher.
Barry is
good.
that use is Uncle Vin doing?
Hell of a way to go out.
Hey, ask Ruvacaba if he's going down to.
Yeah,
San Diego
Ruvacaba, you gonna have
Yeah.
some chicken fries with us at BK this weekend?
Hey, Christian Rubicaba, you coming down to La Jolla? I won't be there because my friends hate me now because I have a kid.
And DBG, you got shows in town?
Saturday, one Saturday at Federal.
Nice. That's a good spot.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Solid.
That was the
be a
official
fun
Mark
show.
Ellis comeback launch.
Oh yeah,
Federal.
Federal
Yeah.
bar.
Yep.
Boom.
Yeah, these I did a couple other outdoor shows last night, and it's great. It got us through the pandemic, but my God, do I want to be inside a comedy?
Yeah, I was gonna say, how's getting up out here?
It's like you're at the shitty tent at Bonnaroo. You know,
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah.
hey, well, we got a tent. We're gonna
Yeah.
tell some jokes. Just ignore the fact that Foo Fighters are right over there.
Yeah.
Macuga
Hey.
just took his shirt off for some reason. He thought the kids thought that would be funny.
Yeah,
It's like,
you got to go through the grind, kids.
Yes.
You got to go through the grind.
Christian
Want the
Rubicaba
glory.
says, "Oh yeah, he's going to be there."
It's
Who?
third
Christian
stage at
Rubicaba.
Lilith
Okay,
Fair.
okay, good, good.
All right.
Wow.
We're gonna Twitch stream a little bit because are you gonna just hang out all day?
Yeah.
Okay, right on. We're gonna Twitch stream. Maybe play some Madden, maybe some Mario Kart. We'll see. So go to twitch.tv/goodpeoplegpa or probably do that around like 11:30. I still have to write Josh Brady and a couple other things, but these guys are gonna play, hang out. Then Josh Brady's at 2 p.m. Pacific live. Mark Riley versus Dino Bridge-Gadd. Thank you all for being here for the show. Mark crushing it this weekend at the La Jolla Comedy Store.
Yeah, you know what you should do for Josh Brady for a category? Make stand-up comedy trivia. Could that happen?
I could do that.
All right.
There you go.
Ken and I'll write you some stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking forward
Yeah,
to it.
because DBG I think would have. Well, Riley is a little bit older than DBG, so he might know some comedy that DBG just hasn't come across yet. But again, you're talking to a professional.
Yeah.
That's loose.
This guy's gonna crush. Go to
Crush.
Federal in NoHo this weekend.
Boom.
Yeah, but no, but legitimately pull up. It's not loose. I'm funny. Just not paid for it.
He's very funny.
You'll get there. Don't worry.
Yeah.
He's great.
Mark and Ken this weekend at
Yeah.
the La Jolla Comedy Store tonight and tomorrow night.
Tonight, tomorrow night, and one show Sunday for
Really?
Mother's Day. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa,
Yeah.
doing a whole bunch of mom jokes. huh?
I might have to dust off a story.
Oh, Dustin.
Might have to dust off a story about mom.
Dad jokes are cheesy. Mom jokes, they just don't laugh. They're like, huh.
Ken, where's your confidence level? 1 to 10.
It's been pretty good. My sets have been killing in the shower in the gym.
Okay.
The home gym.
Auditorium.
Yeah, a lot of squirrels laughing, but no, I'm pretty good. I got some new stuff, so that's the comic. It's gonna go great. Oh
Yeah.
no, so I'm trying to measure my.
Just don't open with the new stuff.
Yeah, no.
I still got to remind myself of that.
Yep.
17 years in, it's like throwing a pick six on your first snap.
You know what? I gotta tell. Yeah,
17. That's a lot.
yeah.
It's a long time to still be here.
You're right. I had a new bit ready to go, and last night I was like, you know what? How about we move that other thing up to the front?
Yeah.
Let's start with something we know.
Yeah. Give him a shot.
Yeah. Well, Mark,
I'm going to miss you guys.
as a youth pastor told me on the golf course on Tuesday, you should tell more Korean jokes. And I was like, all right.
Okay. Was he wearing his collar?
He was not. He was a youth pastor, not a priest. Priests have to golf in collars. Everybody knows that. This is the Positivity Report. You're on the Good People Association. We're here every single weekday. Big packed week next week. A lot of fun. So make sure you tune in. But today, Josh Brady, 2 p.m. Love you all so much. Remember, every day you choose positivity. It's an active choice. Wake up. Do it. Fill your day with it. It's way easier to love than hate. Find the good. We'll see you Monday.
Handsome Dan. Ha!